guys, welcome to React Baby course, and this is the third session. And in this session we will discuss the React components and what is the course content of this session. First we will see that introduction to React component, second types of React component, third functional component basics and example also. When to use class components, we will see that creating and rendering components in React, nesting components inside each other, recap summary of React components. This is the course content of this session, and from next session we will fully discuss in VS Code with practice. So, introduction to React components. First, components as reusable UI elements. React component function like JavaScript function returning JSX, enabling modular, maintainable, and user interface design. Lego block analogy means visualize components as Lego block, assembling complex interfaces by combining simple self-contained building blocks. What is the key benefits of component? First, component promotes code reuse, simplify UI decomposition, facilitate data transfer via props, and optionally manage internal state also. Next, type of React components. First is functional component, second class component. What is a functional component? In modern React approach, using plain JavaScript function that return JSX for lightweight readable UI element. But in class components, legacy ES6 class syntax, extending React.component with lifecycle method and greater boilerplate complexity. Preferred approach. Functional component preferred due to simplicity, better performance, and seamless compatibility with React hooks. Next is functional components. So, functional components are JavaScript functions that return JSX, forming UI with declarative syntax utilizing prop parameter. What is the example of functional component? If we want to see that function welcome props return h1 hello props.name, rendering personalized greeting dynamically inside JSX element, means this code basically dynamically rendering inside the JSX element by using functional component. Next is arrow function syntax alternative. We can also use arrow function. If we know JavaScript in proper way, then you know about arrow function. Means instead of writing normal function, we write like this, and this is basically arrow function. Next is when to use class component, because we preferred basically functional component, but when we use class component, legacy maintenance necessity. Class components remain crucial for maintaining older React codebase reliant on legacy lifecycle method and pattern. Lifecycle method learning. Understanding class components aids grasping lifecycle methods like component did mount, crucial for deep React knowledge. And in upcoming videos we will see also the lifecycle method of React, because if you don't know lifecycle method, then you don't understand that how actually all the functional components work. Next is modern React trend. Class components are rare now. Functional components with hooks dominate modern React development practices effectively. Next is creating and rendering components in React. Component export and import. Export greeting component from greeting.js. Import in app.js to use within main UI root file. Rendering multiple instances. Render greeting multiple times in app.js with different props. Illustrating dynamically component reuse in JSX. Props as functional parameter. Props act like functional parameter enabling components to receive dynamic data and render personalized content. Next is nesting components inside each other. Component nesting mimics HTML structure. React components can be nested inside each other like HTML tag to build complex UI hierarchies. Example like header, footer, app components. App components render header, main content, and footer by nesting these components within its JSX return. JSX tags basically enable composition. JSX syntax allows embedding components as tags, facilitating composition and modular UI structure efficiently. In your mind, there have understanding of components. Okay, so in very few seconds we can recap our React component, like components as reusable UI blocks. Components enabling modular UI by encapsulating logic and presentation into reuse elements across applications. Two types of components there. React supports functional components as modern preferred and class components as legacy with lifecycle method. Data transfer via props and JSX usage. Props pass dynamic data into functional components rendered using JSX with HTML-like syntax for composition. From next video, we'll see that how we can code in VS Code and how we can write any component-wise code structure and how we can create React projects. And thank you for watching this video. Please support us, please subscribe our channel, and if you have any doubt, then you can join our WhatsApp and Telegram group also and ask your question there. And thank you guys.